Hello there, this is future editing me. I'm gonna talk about this game here for a minute, this video I made, while I do the little character creation thing here. I discovered about an hour in that I wasn't recording any audio for the game, so the cutscene that you're about to see, I had to go back and re-record, not once, but twice, to be able to actually get the audio for it to work. Because OBS just hates me, I guess. And then on top of that, this is the second time I've had to do this recording here, because it was recording through the wrong damn microphone. So, yeah, there's that. But anyway, yeah, this is my first time playing Daggerfall. I get killed quite a lot. I'm going to try to edit out a lot of that. And I did have to change a bunch of settings. I had to rebind a whole bunch of keys. And I had to change the way the mouse functions. You'll see me explaining it later on in the video. Anyway, here comes the cutscene, I guess. The cutscene that took me like 20 minutes to record.
"400 years after Tiber Septim's reign, the beginning will meet the end, and the bloody circle will close at the empire of Tamriel. The unworthy heirs of the Septim dynasty have allowed the bonds of the empire to weaken and crack. Uriel Septim, the seventh, cannot repair what his ancestors ignored. The provinces fight among themselves like neglected children, drunk with rebellion. One indomitable power hides itself, but not forever."
Excuse the gloom, but none may know of this meeting. The nature of my trouble is darker still. Over a year ago, King Lysandus of Daggerfall died honorably on the field of battle. He was as loyal a subject, ally, and friend as you are. I did grieve for him, but his spirit does not rest. With a spectral army, he haunts his former kingdom, crying for revenge. I do not know why a good and loyal man would be so cursed. Perhaps you can find the answer and close the marble jaws of oblivion, bringing peace to his soul. I ask this as your emperor and your friend. I have one lesser request. Several years ago, I wrote a letter to the Queen of Daggerfall. It never arrived. The letter was of a sentimental and personal nature. If you find and destroy that letter, I will be grateful. Now, my champion, rest well this night, for tomorrow you sail for the kingdom of Daggerfall.
Figured, as this is the very beginning of the video, I should probably mention, if this is your first time playing this, you're going to want to go to controls, and you're going to go to mouse, and you want to switch your cursor view from this to this, so that way when you're looking around it actually follows your mouse. You will probably want to rebind all of your keys as well, because otherwise it plays kind of like it's a very difficult game to play. I'm too young for this. Anyway, that's all I have to say about that. actually one more thing. Save as often as you can. I know that it's customary to save scum in these Elder Scrolls games, but if you think that you save scum a lot in Skyrim or Oblivion, you have never played this game. This guy right here is exactly why I said you need to save scum, because the first 5 times that I encountered this dude, I didn't know you have to use magic on him, or at least not a blunt or a sharp weapon, because it doesn't do any damage. It also took me far too long to realize that you have to rest to regain your magicka and your health. Oh no, my first death to the stare bat. Again. I know I said I wasn't going to talk much, but now I've just decided I think I want to do post-commentary for this entire thing. Because I do have a lot to say, but I just can't think of things to say while I'm actually gaming. It's too hard to think and play at the same time. This guy sliced me up good like 8 times in a row. I'm going to cut out all of that because it's just literally me going down the stairs and dying instantly. It's not even interesting to look at, but I'm just letting you know that I really struggled with this asshole. I finally discovered that you could rest to heal and regain magic. Only took me like, half an hour to figure that one out. I think the game actually probably told me, but I don't read, I guess. Yeah, so for the record, this asshole scared the absolute fuck out of me. I wasn't expecting to open a door and there just to be a bear sitting there. I know the audio didn't get picked up on this recording, but if you heard what I heard when I was playing this, you guys would have probably jumped out of your chairs. This orc just scared me even worse than the bear did a few minutes ago. This right here was my 3rd jump scare. I'm not even kidding, this game could be a fantastic horror game. And again, you can't hear the audio, but them bursting through the doors and yelling, so fucking scary. I know I'm gonna sound kind of stupid when I say this, but this is when I first discovered that you can level up. Like, I know that most Elder Scrolls games you level up, it's kind of how it works, but like, I don't know, it caught me off guard here because I didn't know I could level up. There was no indicator that I could see. So right here I found the exit to the dungeon by accident. I just wanted to know what this weird hole in the wall would do, and it takes you out into the overworld. I wasn't done exploring the dungeon, so I turned around and went back in, and it just respawned all of the enemies, and I got murdered immediately. I'm not used to these older games, obviously. And this is where I officially stepped out into the overworld for the first time, somewhere in Daggerfall. And, yeah, I had no idea what the hell to do. This game is massive. I had always heard that it was massive, but I couldn't believe exactly how big this game was until I saw the map. And apparently you can just walk anywhere and get lost. You can just walk forever. You'll eventually show up at the place, but it would take you, days perhaps to walk the distances that it requires to get there. So here I fast traveled to a city, and I realized it was super dark out, and I decided I was going to try to rest until morning because I thought the gate was locked or something here, and I didn't know that you're not allowed to rest at a city, and the guards tried to arrest me. I love the little shuffle that the guard does while he's walking towards me. I spent the rest of my first hour of the game trying to find a way to get a horse because I didn't know how to, and I stumbled across this tavern, and when I went inside I wasn't expecting everybody to be standing there staring at me, but it turns out that's just kind of how the game runs. And I spent the night at this inn, and then I still couldn't figure out how to buy a horse. It turns out you need to have a merchant, and there was none in this town for some reason. At one point while I was wandering around, I literally found a place that had a horse outside, and I got really excited, and I assumed that that meant that somebody inside could sell me this horse. And when I walked up to the door, it was locked. Go figure. And then I gave up and I consulted the Wikipedia page. Well, that was it for my first hour worth of playing Daggerfall for the first time. You should let me know if you want me to keep playing it. I'm actually kind of interested in playing it, but I have so many other Bethesda games that I'm playing right now that I don't know if I really want to commit myself to this one. But maybe. I don't know. It seems pretty fun if you get past all the dying